Hello, Sparrows. Good day to you, Sparrows. Welcome to Wisdom Wednesday. Welcome to Wisdom Wednesday. I am Valerie Miller of TVM, the Valerie Miller Double Fold. This very moment, you have opportunity to change. It is Wisdom Wednesday. Yes, it is. And tonight, we're coming from How I Became Fabulous and a Lady All the Time, chapter 33, Purify. It's a brand new year. It's the first show of the new year, and I figured I'd have you for myself tonight. So come on in, get cozy. Come on and get cozy because it's just a few things I wanted to mention. Just a few things. And that being, what's your focus? What's your focus for this year? What are you looking at? How are you purifying yourself and your heart and your mind, your soul, your spirit, all of that juicy stuff, right? How are you doing that? So that's why I felt compelled to come on and speak from chapter 33 of my book, because it's always like a revelation for myself, and it just tickles me pink when I go back and read something that I've already written and reminding myself of life experiences. You know, it's just that kind of thing. So before I go any further into how you go about purifying yourself so you're not bringing the baggage and the luggage from last year into your new year, that's what I'm talking about. It's all about looking at how you can change in spaces that make your life better, make your life grand, and take stepping stones toward that person you know you are. So, of course, you know, I am an author. I am a conscious lifestyle strategist. So I'm working in this space of transformation all the time. So that's why you're going to hear me talk about change so much. That's why you hear me talking about love so much all the time, because it's such a necessity to get through your everydays. Because, you know, challenges come about, things take place in our lives to where sometimes they're situations that's out of your control. Most times it is within our control, right? So I don't know who the author is of this particular quote that I'm about to share with you. However, it reads, "Rivers never go reverse. So try to live like a river. Forget your past and focus on your future. Always be positive." And when saying always be positive, it's up to you to be happy. It's up to you and you alone. It's up to you alone. And sometimes it takes courage to do that. It's taking tons of courage to step into yourself and to be who you know you are. So I applaud anyone who is courageous enough to go about doing what you need to do in your lives every single day and to become the greatest of yourself. And it takes purifying, letting things go. I may have shared some of that on yesterday with a live. So come on in. Hi, Fab. Welcome in. So I'm trying this new streamer tonight, and hopefully it goes well. I've used it a few times, you know, a couple times today, and I see that it is working for comments to come in. I see Fab waving at me. So it's about purifying, being centered, knowing who you are, and being the best at it. Basically, that's why we're talking on purifying tonight. Be the river. And you be the river by making the choice to leave old things where they are, learn from them, move into your new destiny of space to become the absolute greatest of yourself. And just for kicks, normally I don't read out of my book, right? Tonight I am. I'm going to read just the first paragraph. And when I read that first paragraph, that's going to be just an insight so you'll know where I'm coming from and the importance of purifying and knowing how to go about purifying as well. It's not easy to do, especially if you don't know how to go about doing it. Hi, Gertrude. Welcome into the house, darling. Welcome on in. So, it's certain things I do myself personally when things have ended in my life, and I'm looking forward to the most amazing things ever to take place in my life because we can be bruised and broken in spaces and things hurt us, and it never breaks us to the point of where we can't pick up the pieces and move on and be mended. And it's all about how we go about doing that. And just this one thing I do, I love to write letters to whatever has hurt me, whomever has hurt me. I'd write that out completely so I can pour into that letter everything I would like to say to that individual. And when I do that, then it's easy for me. I tear that thing up into a million pieces of paper, put it in a bowl or a fireplace, something that you can burn in, right? And I set fire to it. I set fire to that thing. So as I watch the flames of all of my emotions that I poured into that letter burn, become ashes, now I know, you know what? I'm done with that. I have forgiven whomever it is, and I pick it up and I go on with my life. That is something I do every single time. And it's important. It's so important to do that and know that you're not holding on to anything and you're not bringing new things into a new space of life. Just like we just walked into 2020. So if we just starting a new year, leave old things in the past. Leave it in the past. So of course I'm going to switch these glasses because these are not readers, not for reading what I need to read for. Everything is looking some kind of way in this book. So what I'm going to do is switch the glasses out. Because if you could see how many pair I have, and they're a different pair for different things. It's not always fashion. It's so I can see, like the lights just came on. So I can read this first paragraph, chapter 33, Purify. And it reads, pain purifies your life. God demonstrates his awesome power through the purpose of our pain. It causes us to realize just how much we need our Father during this time. If we never cry out to him before, we definitely do during hardship and heartache for the majority of us, I'm certain. We need him to get through it all via the direction of Big Brother, whom I call Jesus Christ, right? Who suffered the ultimate pain for us all to have life. What a gift. That's all I'm going to read on that. It is the ultimate gift. And that's why I really don't hold on to anything anymore. I don't. And I'm going to switch my glasses back out. Here. There we go. So the thing is, I feel so... I'm serious when I say I feel like I'm disrespecting God when I hold on to something that I had absolutely no control over. I can't choose the emotions and the feelings of other people. I can't control anything outside of myself. When I know I'm giving all I have to give and it's displayed, it's no secrets, it's none of that. I am who I am. And I know you are too. There are going to be times when hurt comes into place. Let go, let God. That is not a lie. So let that take place. Write those emotionals onto paper. Create a letter. And I always say, dear God, this, that, and the third. And you already know you viewed X, Y, Z. However, and that's when the emotions go into it. And afterwards, I reread it out loud so I can hear my words in my own voice, then rip it to shreds, and it's gone. I burned that baby. It's gone. So that's how I tend to cope with things when it comes to purifying myself. And it goes back to how I'm thinking, how I'm feeling in my heart, and being in a space of releasing my spirit so it can soar every day without distraction, without something that's, clouding my judgment, clouding my thoughts and my mind. So those are things that I do when it comes to purifying myself to move forward to something that's so much greater. We just can't hang out in those spaces. and feeling, like I'm disrespecting God, that's a never no. Mm-mm, not doing that. So that's why, of course, 7 days, too many things in here. This is like a rule book for myself. It is. It's times I have to go back and read it myself. I go back and read it to remind myself. That's just simply how it is. And my encouragement to you is to find your way of how you become fabulous, how you become who you are, whatever your fabulous word is that describes yourself in that one word. Fabulous so happens to be mine. So when I say that and say, be the river, because water goes in all crevices and spaces all the time. So whenever I pour my feelings into something, hi, Carlton Ruffin, hey, dear. Whenever I do that, it's necessary because I'm working on myself, I'm healing myself, I'm putting things behind me. So it's not distracting me from moving into my future. Greater is always there. It's always in front of us. Be the river. The water gets in places that we cannot on our own. We can't. I love water. If you may have noticed on my timeline, I have the song Sailing by Christopher Cross. One of my favorite songs of all times. It's the most beautiful song ever. And that's very descriptive. And you may follow me on my timeline. You see it's different things that I write, different things I share when it comes to music. I do that all the time, intentionally. So I'm letting you know the direction, what I'm feeling like for the day, and I'll share it, song of the day, or I'll write some posts along with it just to give you an inkling because I share so much with you all the time. This is what I do. My space in life is doing what I do. It's about helping others, being available, sharing my experiences where it may guide you to have a better life for yourself. Turn the page. What does your new chapter look like for 2020? This is a new chapter for you. What does it look like? What are you imagining for yourself in love? Because if you do anything outside of love, it's not authentic. It's not authentic. I so happen to have a client, one of my interior design clients, call me today to ask me about something that I did for him, my gosh, maybe 3 or 4 years ago. I love what I do so much. I actually remembered what he needed. Hadn't called him back yet, but I will be tomorrow because they know how detailed I am. If you don't love what it is that you do, if you're not in love with the people that are in your lives, it displays, it shows. I'm going to always be happy, always smiling, even though when I've been hurt, bruised, broken, the armor's been beat to shreds. But it doesn't matter because it's not who I am. It's just another learning experience. I become water. I become water because it's important to me. Because water heals, time heals, accepting, knowing, purifying. So come up with your own solution for purification when you've been banged and bruised. It's so important to get you back to your jovial happiness. That's what I'll say about that. That's the whole point. And I will share that quote that I read at the beginning of the show. I will share that in the timeline afterwards, just so you can have it. I love it. You're going to see boats. You're going to see sparrows, all the things that bring me joy, sounds, different things like that. I share those things because it's a part of my fabric. It's who I am. It's me all day. I've never been one to keep secrets about anything. I'm going to put my heart out there. And anything that I love, I'm putting it out there because I have absolutely nothing to lose. Serve so much and some wonderful things to gain. So, how do you normally purify yourself? Whether it's something that disappoints you, if it's a heartbreak, it's a breakup, or something that's been eye-opening and you gain insight, what do you normally do when your heart needs to be mended? And to me, everything is on its normal course in life, no matter what it looks like, how it feels, because if we never had disappointments or heartbreaks, how is it feasible for us to become greater? What are we learning from everything can't be a bed of roses. It's not even possible. So personally, I embrace those disappointments and heartbreaks and those side eyes, because I have those side eyes that people are. I have to watch my body language, because my body language says things that I don't say verbally, and it's reasons behind that. It's because of all the lessons, the experiences, and so much of it is in this book. It's in here, and I'm so excited to bring out book number 2 this year. Fingers are crossed to have book 2 and 3 out by the end of 2020, because my story, I just want to go ahead and wrap it up for this phase, this particular phase of my life. It wasn't easy losing Nicholas, but losing him, I just know for a fact that it was a part of my fabric. It was things that I was supposed to go through in life to be able to sit here right now. If I had never lost my son, I wouldn't be the woman that I am. If the hurts and all the things that came with that, I could not have evolved to who I am. So pain is pleasurable. Pain grows, and you can't grow in grace unless you go through some things that hurts. I mean, hurt you. I mean, hellacious hurt. Because otherwise, where are you going to build or grow from? Where, when, how, all of that. So that's the space that I'm in today, because 2020 is vision. It is focus. It is insight. It's clarity. So many things that only brings greatness to each one of us if we are present to recognize it. And in order to recognize, we are definitely going to have to be present, conscious, align, relieve distractions, let things go, forgive. Yeah, all those things that it takes extra for us to suck it up and do. You have to do those things is vital. And all of that wraps up into one word for tonight: purify. Purify by leaving old things in the past, embracing new things that you cannot see, moving toward your future, right? That's what I'm going to say to you on that. So that's about the gist. I made a promise to myself that I would not come on and stay on an entire hour when I'm on by myself anymore, because I just want to save some of that juice for some other spaces. So I've introduced you to the book. For those of you who don't know, go to Amazon, get this book, Barnes and Nobles. Go, just get it and read it, because I want to hear what you have to say. The blessing has been that so many people have come to me afterwards to let me know how they are feeling after reading it, and how they've opened themselves up to healing spaces that they've masked, that they've swept under the rug, pushed into the closet, and just pretend that it didn't happen. It didn't take place. And it's easy for so many people to do that. I'm just grateful that God led me to the point to where he was like, listen, girl, you're going to write this book because it's not about you. It's not about you at all. Granted, it's your story. However, it's always about helping other people. And that's been my entire life's quest. All I care about is helping others. I wake up in the morning, hey, God, thank you for giving me another chance to live today, to do something today I didn't do yesterday. Now, how are we going to go about doing this today? What's up? What are we doing today? How are you going to lead me to bless someone? Or how are you going to position me to be blessed by somebody else? Because can't always be the giver, because there are times when I need to be pulled up and supported, and someone to listen to me sometimes too. So my mom usually catches it. My mom catches it when it comes to me, but I have to be mindful that I'm a strong individual. My mother is Queen Fabulous of all things, and she's strong too. So we have to be mindful of all the ones that are in our lives and are ridiculously strong. We did not become strong for no reason. We are strong because of things that have taken place in our lives and who we're becoming because of it. There are people that are attracted to us because of that, you know? So, hi, Jack. Hi, Cuz. Welcome to the room. Jacqueline Love. And of course, you know, I love your last name because it's love, Love itself. So, everything I do and everything I've become is because of that, Jack. Love. I love you that much. So, whenever I say something to you, it's sincere. I speak from my heart. I think wholeheartedly with the sinking of my brain and my heart. So, mind, body, spirit, soul, all that, real. It's 100% real. So, stand in your grace, grow in your grace, grow in your glory, be who you are meant to be. And it's going to take some work, and be grateful for all the pains, the hurts, everything. However, purifying the moment so those wounds can be mended and you can grow. I'm all about flourishing and becoming who I was born to be all the time. That's how it's easy for me to sit here before you and just pour out everything to you. I can do it. Well, not everything, a lot. I share a lot because if I'm not the example of what I do as a conscious lifestyle strategist, just like you and I are here now, you hear me? That's what my sessions are like. It's conversational, and so much is uncovered from that because I have to see you face to face or on camera, on a phone call. You hear my sincerity, you see my sincerity, and if you're in the same space with me, you're gonna feel it because I'm gonna give you a hug and a half. So I'm a hugger and I love to kiss you. So that's why you see smooches all the time. So I display myself as authentically as I possibly can and look forward to meeting more of you this year on these streets. I'm going to get out here and really pound them hard in the Queen City and abroad, setting some things up for that. So purify yourself and love yourself like before. If you need one-on-one engagement, reach out to me, Valerie at thevaleriemiller.com. That's how you can reach me. Shoot me an email, set up an appointment, and that's what we can do. And of course, Trinity 365, I have that class, you know, that's ongoing. It's whenever you are ready to start and launch into your destiny of self. I introduce you to yourself. That's what I do. And I find it to be amazing. And I'm not saying anything that I haven't gone through for myself. And that entire program was put together by God Himself. So that's why I'm so excited about it and knowing the benefits of everyone that's gone through it. So my testament, my testimony is right here, part 1, part 2, and hopefully part 2 and 3 will be out this year. So actually, I'm claiming it to be out. They will be out by end of 2020. And it's going to be a party and a half for the book release. So go to my timeline, check out Christopher Cross Sailing. Listen to the words in that song. The lyrics are amazing. I tear up every time. And the song is extremely old, but I was reminded of it by Kim Williams that had a show, and she mentioned me in it. So, and tagged, of course. So I watched it and I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot about this song. So ever since I heard it, I've been playing it constantly. So I know it's a message in it for me. Just don't know what it is yet. Of course, sailing, that means water, that means boats. 2 loves, right? 2 loves for me. I like to go away. I love water. I like to set sail. And of course, soaring, flying, traveling. The things, the details of yourself. Assess yourself to know what really ticks you. Whatever ticks your talk, pay attention to those things and do more of them because it only suppresses you and makes you that much more fabulous, right? So definitely listen to that song. And I'm going to end with this quote just as I began at the top of the show, where it reads, rivers never go in reverse. So try to live like a river. Forget your past and focus on your future. Always be positive. I am such a firm believer in that. because it's vital. It's vital. And I love you guys that much to share as much of my life as possible. So, on that note, get back to whatever it is that you are doing. And I am going to do the same.